Hi, and welcome to our Retired Nomad Adventures.
I'm Retired Rick.
And I'm Daphne, and we are a retired couple who sold everything to travel the world about a month at a time with only a carry-on and a backpack for a budget of $5,000 a month. And today our video is all about whether or not Bangkok busted our budget.
And then when we talk about our budget of $5,000 a month, in Bangkok we were only there for 12 days. So obviously we can't use that $5,000 a month budget, but we can by per day. So our budget in Bangkok comes out to $1,999.92.
But we're not counting pennies.
Offhand.
So about $2,000 was what we had to stay within our $5,000 a month budget in Bangkok. And if you've been watching at all, you know that last month we were in Phuket, and Phuket was the first time we ever came in over budget.
We were over budget a little bit, but there's an explanation, and we'll explain that at the end.
Yeah. But we were over budget in Phuket, so stay with us as we go through all of our expenses to see if Bangkok did the same, or if we were able to right ourselves and come back in line with our budget. So we always start with our transportation cost, and so we talk about like how we got from one location to the other. And so we started in Phuket, and we flew Bangkok Air into Bangkok Airport. And the travel time was only an hour and 20 minutes.
And I'll have to tell you, that hour and 20 minutes goes by quick, because on Bangkok Air, they served us a full meal, and once they were done with the meal, they collected the stuff, and then they also served a coffee service or a drink service, and then you landed. So it was very quick and very easy.
Very easy, yeah.
Bangkok Air, you if you haven't tried it, you need to fly Bangkok Air just to experience that.
That was great. And so the total cost for our flight from Phuket to Bangkok was $112 for both of us. So excellent price for an hour and 20-minute flight. Now, I will say, as a little bit of an aside, lots of people have asked us about the air quality while we've been in Thailand. And when we were at the beginning of our trip, we didn't notice much at all. Phuket, you could start to see some air quality issues, but flying into Bangkok, boy, you could really see the air quality.
It's a haze over the whole city.
You could notice it.
You really notice it.
And I think that we felt it when we were in Bangkok. It didn't ruin our stay or any of that. The weather was still nice, but you definitely noticed it in Bangkok. So for those of you who are asking, it's definitely an issue now. Okay, so that was the cost for the flight. And then from the flight, we went down to a Grab station at the airport, which was super easy. So we got a Grab from the airport to the middle of town, and that was $15, $17?
About $17, and it was 20 minutes to our hotel, but it took about 45 minutes to get there.
Yeah, because of traffic. Bangkok traffic is no joke. So $17, and then we took a total of 3 Grab rides while we were in Bangkok. We what else did we do?
We did a tuk-tuk.
The tuk-tuk was the best. Actually, it was a beautiful end to a great night, and that was a super fun ride. We could have actually probably put the tuk-tuk in
entertainment.
Same thing with the river. So we also did the river cruise boat as a means of transportation. We could have tucked that into entertainment, but we put it here.
And we also did the BTS, which is the Skytrain. And we also could have put that in entertainment, but that's all in transportation. So our total transportation costs
were $192.
Yep.
Yeah, so $192 for transportation. And then the next thing we take a look at is our lodging or our housing. And in this case, we finally used our IHG points for the first time. And so we stayed at an IHG hotel, which was Hotel Indigo in downtown. It's called Hotel Indigo Wireless, which is in sort of the embassy area of Bangkok. And we had points already, and then we purchased some additional points when they were having one of their 100% sales. And so the total that we spent out of pocket for our hotel was $450. And then
235,000 points.
Yes.
But that $450 was to purchase the points we needed. So it wasn't $450 on top of $235.
Yeah. So we used $450 to buy the points to be able to have the stay. And Okay.
So our total cost for our housing was out of pocket for us was $450.
And I would say I enjoyed the hotel very much. The pool was what drew me when I saw the rooftop pool that was there. I thought, this looks like a nice place, especially because we were worried that Bangkok might be too busy for us. And so if we wanted someplace easy and safe to go back to, and we used that pool. We didn't actually get in the pool at all. That was the first pool we haven't gotten in, but we were there every single day. So we enjoyed sitting out and watching the skyline and the sunsets at the pool. The hotel's front desk was super helpful.
Super helpful. We had to print some stuff off. We had to exchange money, just get smaller bills. They were able to help with that, and with any directions or suggestions, and they're always down there and always helpful.
Yeah, I would recommend Hotel Indigo. At first, when we were there, we thought we had chosen our location poorly, but it took us just a couple of days to get our bearings, and we realized, no, actually the location was great,
perfect.
and I would recommend it.
Yes.
Okay, so that was our cost for our lodging. And then dining out. So we dined out a total of, in 12 days, we dined out a total of 31 times.
And dining out, that includes going out and getting coffee in the morning, getting smoothies in the afternoon if we got that, or something like that. And then obviously we went to breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So all that 31 times, I think, constitutes our dining out.
And we didn't get breakfast or any of that included in our hotel stay. And there was a refrigerator in our hotel, but there was nowhere to cook. So we really did eat out for all of our meals.
Yep.
All right, so our most expensive meal was the Mexican restaurant, right? One day we decided we wanted to try. We saw a Mexican restaurant and we went past it and didn't go in. And then we thought about it for a couple of days and said, you know what? Maybe something different would be nice. And so we went in and tried it, and it was fine.
It was fine. I think that meal was $38.
Yeah, and that was our most expensive meal.
Yes.
Yeah, so $38. It was. I don't regret that we ate there.
No.
And we're from Southern California, so we really love our Mexican food. So if we had it at home, we probably wouldn't have loved it. But in Bangkok, it was great.
It was fine.
It was fine. Then our least expensive meal was when we were on the river, the Chao Phraya River, a little restaurant there, and 2 meals, 2 drinks.
2 drinks.
Less than $9.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was your favorite meal when you were there?
Well, it wasn't really a meal. Well, I guess it was a meal, but my carrot cake and coffee. I tell you, I really like carrot cake, and it was nice to get a true tasting carrot cake. So I like the carrot cake, and then I also liked. We had a first night here that we got to Bangkok. We went to the mall and we had pizza and salad.
Yeah, and the pizza there was really good.
Really good.
Yeah. So for me, so I know this is going to sound terrible, and forgive me, but the 7-Eleven meals were my favorite meals. So those little onigiri, seaweed and rice triangles, I loved those. They also had salad wraps, and so you could get like a tuna wrapped in, the rice paper, and I loved. And then we took those up to the rooftop, and we ate those while we were having our sunset, watching the sunset. Those were really my favorite meals. We talked about the idea that we didn't have a bad meal when we were in Bangkok.
Not a bad meal at all. It's just no meal just stood out like other places, but all the meals were good.
Yeah, but nothing grabbed us. Except you loved your carrot cake, and I loved the 7-Eleven meals. So, okay, so our total cost for dining out was
$382.
Yeah, $382. So not bad at all.
No.
And then groceries. So we went to the grocery store a total of 7 times, and there was a Tops grocery store next to us, and then also the 7-Eleven.
We mainly went to the 7-Eleven because it was convenient, and it just had the snack items that we really needed. And our grocery haul would consist of maybe a beer for me, wine, some snacks, and then we would also use that for dinner, maybe at the rooftop. So it could have been put into dining, but it's just easier to put it into groceries because that's what we usually buy with groceries.
Yeah, and your beer, so you would usually get the large beers, and that was what, like $2?
Yeah, I think
$2.
So, yeah.
A bottle of wine. So if I bought a bottle of wine at the 7-Eleven, it was $20.
Right.
And so all of that's included in here. So our total groceries were
$102.
Yeah.
$102.
Yep. So that's not bad. And that did include those rooftop dinners.
Yes, it did.
Okay. So entertainment. So this was a tricky one because there was so much we could have put into entertainment. So things like the tuk-tuk ride, things like the river, things like, all of those things. And some of the things that we did were totally free. Like we went to the Lumpini Park.
Right.
Saw the big alligator-looking things, those monitor lizards. We went to lots of malls, checked out the malls. All of that was free.
Right.
Chinatown.
Yep, Chinatown. The riding on the river, getting the all-day passes for the boat taxis were also entertainment for us, but that was in transportation. So there's a lot you can do, but for the stuff that we were able to put in entertainment, we had 2 massages.
We had one full sort of a spa day where we got a body scrub each, we got a foot massage each, and we got a full full body massage.
It was like almost 3 hours of massages per person.
Yeah.
And that was $150.
Yeah, including tips. So.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
And that was, I would say that was my favorite massage the entire time that we were there. Okay, and then we also got a massage in a temple, which wasn't our favorite massage, but that was $35 for both of us.
It's an experience that you need to do.
Well, and who gets to say they had a massage in a temple, which was supposed to be the birthplace of the Thai massage. Right. So that was fun to do. Mm-hmm. We also paid for an entrance to a temple, which was Wat Po.
Right.
And for both of us, it was $17.
Yes.
Yes, or $18.
Yes.
And then we got to go out with Jen and Fred to 3 speakeasies.
Speakeasies.
Yes, that wasn't easy to say.
Yeah.
So 3 speakeasies, and the total cost we got a cocktail at each of the locations, and the total cost for that was $86.
And so for our entertainment, our total cost was $289.
Yeah, okay. So then the next category we have, and we usually have a little more in this category, so personal care. What was really nice is that the Hotel Indigo had all kinds of high-end products, and so I just used their things, and plus we came with things, and so really not a lot was spent in personal care, but we had $11.33.
Yep.
And then miscellaneous. So miscellaneous was also kind of interesting, just under $13.
Yeah.
And miscellaneous included we're at a hotel, so this was the first time that we didn't have a laundry available to us, and so we trucked ourselves on down to the laundromat, and we did laundry twice when we were there.
And we personally did the laundry. We put it into the washer, put it into the dryer, and we have to wait there. So it wasn't we sent it off to a laundry service. We just wanted to see, we had the time, so we just wanted to see how it would work, and worked out good.
Yeah, so it was about $4 each time. So we went twice. It was about $4 each time we went. And then also included in that was we were coming from Thailand into Cambodia, and in Cambodia you needed to have a color copy of your visa.
Right.
So we had applied for our visas, and so we needed the color copy, so we also paid to have that printed.
Yeah, so it worked out.
So that's the end of all of our expenses.
And if you notice, we don't have, we didn't include our cell phone, and we didn't include our recurring costs in Bangkok. We included it in Phuket, because in my mind, adding those expenses to a 12-day stayover didn't seem right. It seemed like it needed to be in Phuket, so that's what we did. We put it in Phuket.
So we were in Phuket for a total of 22 days and in Bangkok for 12 days, and most of the time we stay in a place for a month, so we had to kind of divide where we put things. So we chose to put those things in Phuket, which ended up putting us over in Phuket, and then we're reaping the benefits here in Bangkok. So you said we basically had $2,000 to spend when we were in Bangkok?
Yes.
And in Bangkok, we ended up spending?
Our total cost in Bangkok, we spent $1,438.62.
Da-da-da-da!
So that's a total of how much?
So we were $561.30 under budget in Bangkok. Budget. So now I wish that we would have put the recurring costs here instead of that, but that's okay. It all averages out.
And we went through, should we put the recurring costs in Bangkok or Phuket? But I think we did the right thing, and we were $75 over on Phuket, but then we're $561 under in Bangkok. Yeah, so I think it all works out, and I think we did the right thing.
Yeah, and I think that because Bangkok is the capital of Thailand, and it is such a big and bustling city, you tend to think that it might be more expensive. But I think that the longer we would have stayed in Bangkok,
we would have found the deals.
We would have found even more deals. So I feel like we found a way to balance some kind of higher end things with some lower end things, and both of us actually preferred the lower end things. And so I think the longer we were there, the more money we could have even saved. And so I feel like, $1,400 for 12 days wasn't a bad way to go.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah. All right. Well, we hope that's helpful if you're thinking about going to Bangkok, so you can kind of see what the costs might be. And you might notice we have a different background today. We are in Siem Reap, Cambodia. And next week, we hope you'll join us as we share with you our first impressions for our first time in Cambodia.
Yep.
All right. And until then, bye.